Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Yusef Scott, and I want to thank all of you from all across the world for being here with me watching this video today, alright? For those of you who have recently subscribed to my channel or you've been subscribed for some time, I want to thank you. Just as well as those of you who have been loyal for over the years, I want to thank you too. And then finally, for those of you who have just recently found me, because I know there's a lot of you, we get a lot of emails. The emails are coming in constantly. Those of you who are looking for more information on exactly how you can learn more in Forex, I want to thank all of you, alright? Because I know that I have invaluable content that's helping so many people across the world. Alright, now I want to let you guys know something. Last week on November 15th, I put out a trade alerts video, alright? And I haven't been doing trade alerts all too often because I'm really focused on providing my students with currency pair analysis training, which is me going through the market and giving them my assessment or me analyzing the market in front of them so they can see exactly where the market is heading for the upcoming week. All right, that's a weekly thing that we do. So I haven't really been doing the trade alerts all too often. So basically what I did on the 15th, I put out a trade alerts video that was oil and gold, no, silver and gold, oil, and then the USD peso, alright? And hopefully you guys have watched the video. Actually, I had a number of viewers, and those of you who had liked the video, it was fantastic. Hopefully you guys took advantage of it, alright? So let me go over to the charts and show you exactly where we are so you guys can see, how the actual trades turn out, how the actual trade alert turn out. Alright, let's go over to the chart. This right here is nothing other than silver. And you guys see, noted by my horizontal line here, the market was actually here when I put out the trade alert. Alright, and you notice since then it actually the next day pretty much stayed there, not breaking our support, but then finally the 2 days later it broke that support level. And if you notice, since then it actually tumbled down, alright? And if you guys took advantage of that, if you waited until you got, a clue as to which way the market is going, whatever way you realize which way the market is going, if you realized the actual direction that it was heading in, you would have made it out pretty well, alright? And then next we had gold, and if you notice, they're very similar, these two. Very similar. And if you notice on gold, currently today's candle is going up. Alright? So, all too often in the market, you're going to have the GBP pairs, the GBP NZD, the GBP CAD, GBP AUD, USD. All too often they start moving very similar. Alright? They'll all be going down. And then they'll all go up, and then one or two of them will eventually break away and do their own thing, alright? And that's just how it is. So when you catch pairs moving, in unison, when you catch pairs that are correlating, when you catch them moving alike, you can always take advantage of dipping in twice, or maybe even 3 times. The only thing is, check your volume. Make sure that you're not overextending yourself into the market. Do not overexpose yourself, alright? Now, next we're going to go to, and this is one of my favorite of the 4. This was gold. Now, gold was very powerful, alright? Because, see, gold, just like the Euro USD, and we're going to look at the Euro USD today. I'm going to give you guys a little trade alert today. Throw something in for free. Well, everything's for free when you talk about trade alerts because, hey, everyone can look at the market. If you look at the Euro USD, you look at the oil, you'll notice a very, very similar move since 2014. And I talk about it all the time. They both toppled down in 2014, and then they've been ranging at the low point for the last year or so. All right. So when we look at gold, well, when we look at oil, all right, and if you notice, 2014 the market came down. All right, the market came down, And if you notice, the market has been doing nothing more than ranging since then. All right? The market's been ranging. All right? And now the market has reached a common level. And if you notice, it's going up. All right? So that's one of the great things that you can catch in the market when you have your eagle's eye tuned in. All right? Eagle's eye. So let me just show you. This is the 15th. This is the 15th right here. So if you got in, of course, the next 2 days may have been a little fake out. All right? It faked you out, but if you believed in the move, you'd have known that if you watched it and saw where it actually closed out at, you'd have known that it wasn't doing nothing more than going down and eventually going back up. And that's what happened, all right? So let's look at this. Let's just say you got in here. Right now you will be 200 some pips in the profit, all right? In profit, you will be in profit, which is fantastic. Now, those of you that do not know, oil, there's a minimum of $1 to trade that pair or to trade oil. So for those of you who have a smaller account, you might want to wait until you build that account up before you step into the gold, well, into the oil arena, all right? Just want to let you guys know that. You want to protect yourself. And then lastly, we have the USD peso. Now, something interesting about the peso is that the peso is actually following the election a couple weeks ago. The market went up. And if you notice, it went up to this level here. And then the next day it went up. And then it came down. Went up again and came down. But it could not break that level. All right? It could not break that level. And as many times as it pierced it, it came back down at the close. All right? Before the market closed for the day, it came back down. So we take that into consideration when we realize where's the market actually going. All right? Now, following that, I put out the trade alert and I said, listen, this market is up there. It's having a hard time breaking that level. Pretty much it's going down. And if depending on when you got in, you would have realized great profit going down to this area here where it cannot break that area, which it, you know, it turned into support. All right? A new level of support. So, and then following that, if you notice, the market had actually gone up. Now it gone up, and then yesterday's, when the market opened yesterday evening, it actually got down. It got down and it was going up. But then at some point this morning, the market did what it normally does, and it turned around. All right, and if you look at it, you see the market is actually going back down. So could this be an area that the market is going to range? Could it? We just have to wait and see. All right, we wait and see, but we must respect our levels. That's the key thing. Respect your levels. So hopefully you guys have taken advantage of this opportunity. All right, you have 4 great opportunities in the market. Hopefully you took advantage of it, because if you're not taking advantage of these, you know, I really don't know what to say. I mean, do not. If you're trading live, make sure that you're trading at a respectful volume. Don't over leverage your account. All right. Now, for the sake of some pips, you know, you can always make pips in a market. All right. But if you lose, you're losing money. All right. As long as you're making pips, you're gaining. All right. Now, what I wanted to show you guys, as I mentioned earlier, was I wanted to show you. Let me show you the Euro USD daily. All right. Now, something that I want to show you guys about this is that the market is actually, more than likely, the market is exhausted. All right. This was, you know, the election. The market is more than likely exhausted. All right. It's more than likely exhausted. So with that in mind, you have to know that at some point, it's going to turn back around, because the market is only going up and it's only going back down. So at some point, it's going to turn around. That's just like two guys in the ring. Two guys in the ring boxing. You're going to get one of them, they're actually going to become exhausted because, you know, one of them is slugging away. One of them is slugging away. And while the other one might be blocking, the other one is slugging away, and he's making way for his opponent to then build up his stamina so that he can, you know, release. And when that happens, just like this, they're going to become exhausted, and it's going to turn hands. It's going to change hands. And next thing you know, you're going to find that the bulls are in the market and they're taking the market up. All right, so this is just something for you guys to keep an eye on. This pair right here, the Euro USD. You want to make sure that you're watching it, because at any moment this thing can shoot up, and you can stand in the way of making some great pips. All right, do not worry about making money, because the money will follow if you're able to make the pips. So that's the main thing to always remember when you trade the market. All right, now if this day closes, if it closes where it's at, my bias will still be that it could possibly go down. But I'm looking at it eventually going up. Now this is what might happen. All right, this is what might happen. The market may close right here, or it may close and it may even get close to railroading. Regardless, if the next day opens and if it goes up, then that's going to be my reason to believe that this thing is going up. It's time for it to go up. All right, I'm not going to expect it to go down any further, because at this point right here is pretty much where it bottomed out at all times. Now let me just show you that as well. Show you guys. All right, we're going to do something like this, swing that down, and let's just minimize this. All right, now as you see, this is where the market fell back in 2014. All right, the market fell. Let me get that off there 1 second. So the market was up here in 2014, all right, and the market fell and it just kept plummeting until it reached this area. And if you notice, the market's been doing nothing more than ranging since then. It cannot get past that level. Now, if you notice, every time it hit this level, it came back up. Hit this level, came back up. Hit this level, came back up. Hit this level, look where it's at. More than likely, it's going to go up. So your timing must be impeccable. All right, so I just want to let you guys know, please watch this. Do not allow this one to get away from you. All right, do not allow it, because we're standing at a place, it's at a very significant level. All right, and you guys have to pay attention to this. All right, do not allow this one to go past you. This is a this pair right here, it's a very liquid pair, so you can expect to make some great currency. All right, so I just wanted to let you guys know give you guys a little update on the trade alerts from last week. Hopefully you guys have taken notes, and hopefully you're going to be able to make some great pips. All right, do not chase the money, it'll come, just make the pips. All right, so listen, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it, because it's what keeps me motivated and allows me to continue to put out great content like this. All right, until next time, you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.